Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast. How y'all doing? It has been a little while since I've had an official Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast, and this is one I really feel strongly about, and it's not a movie review, it's not a tutorial, it's not a Lego thing, but I think, it's very important to me, and it's information that I think that I really couldn't do this like in a post, like on Facebook or on Twitter. It's too long of an explanation. And it's something that's really important to me, and it's something I've committed to for this year. And of course, I'm talking about the Dead Kingdom series that I'm doing. And like I said, it's very important to me. First, let me preface everything by saying, yes, I am Rob Cicetto, the inventor of the zombie portrait and pop culture guru. I love all things pop culture, and this fits right in there too. So without further ado, let me just explain. Since January 1st of this year, 2021, I decided to do a series of sort of, now this is where the problem comes in, it's zombie animals. But for the intent of the Dead Kingdom series, it's more than just zombie animals. It's animals that are either extinct or are very highly endangered species. And I really wanted to do this series more of a decay art thing, more so than a zombie thing. Now, of course, I totally understand that, people are going to identify me as doing zombie stuff. So anything that I do that's even, remotely undead is going to be, a total zombie thing. But this is more of a depiction of what these animals will look like if we don't do anything, or we continue the same practices that we do now, which is, destroying a lot of environments that these animals live in, human encroachment into territories where these animals live in, pollution, overhunting, poaching, and all these other things that contribute to the extinction of these animals, or the massive dwindling numbers of these animals. Of course, the drawings that I do are clearly, undead animals. But if you kind of look closely, and don't look at it through the eyes of, Rob Cicetto's doing more zombie stuff. A lot of these creatures are more, just undead. And in the context of the Dead Kingdom design, which I'll sort of explain a little bit more with some visual aids, you'll see that there's more to it than just the zombie angle. So for example, I've got now this is a dugong. This is not a manatee. They're slightly different. And of course, it looks undead, and it is essentially a zombie drawing. But again, these are creatures, and these are sort of designs that aren't sort of aggressive zombies where I depict them eating people or eating each other, or there's a monarch butterfly. They're dwindling as well, and again they're sort of undead. Sharks are actually, many species of shark are actually endangered because of hunting. And using of their parts, for shark fin soup and things like that. It's a real thing. People, I've seen footage where, they catch sharks in nets, cut off the things that they want, or basically want to use, and throw the rest of the carcass in the water, discard it. Which is just baffling to me on many levels, but it's a heinous act. And you think, oh geez, sharks are these horrible ferocious creatures. But again, it's a tale as old as time. Man is the worst when it comes to, not caring about things that are alive. And no matter how they might look or act or whatever, that's nature. And the destruction of nature is never good. So many species of frog. A lot of tree frogs, a lot of frogs that live in jungle areas, like the Amazon, things like that. Many have been wiped out. This is just another one. Even things closer to home, like this was a problem in my community in Sudbury up here. This is the Blandings turtle, and it was being killed at an alarming rate. Due to migration and things like that and human encroachment. But this image, I think, kind of sums everything up. In terms of, as I said, previously, these aren't zombies necessarily. They're just creatures that are, these are creatures that will look like this if we don't do anything. And this is, I think, shows really the whole idea behind it. It shows a chimpanzee mother holding its child, and this is just another example of the Dead Kingdom design. As you can see, they look like zombies, but they're just undead, or they are dead. And as you can also notice too, all of this series is done in this sort of like ashen gray, this sort of the same tonal gray ink wash sort of method that I use, and this is very specific to this series. And the reason behind that too is because it's almost like these creatures have faded away, or they no longer exist, or they are in danger of no longer existing on our planet. So they're colorless. They have no hue. They have no color in them, and it's been taken away from them as their life has as well. So that's the kind of design element thing that I wanted to portray in all of these. And my commitment is to do 52 of these, for one a week for the entire year of 2021. And I'm on track for that. I had a bit of a delay due to a bunch of different reasons, and I've since put the series back on track. I think it was 5 or 6 behind for a little while, but I'm right up to date now. So there are, I think, 28 new designs. They're all at my TeePublic shop. All the designs are there, and I bought some of the shirts myself because I really like them, and I hope that they spark conversation. You could pick an animal that you really like, and maybe start conversations by wearing the shirt. I always get people saying like, oh, I really love that shirt. That's awesome. Where'd you get that? And I usually open up a bit of a dialogue, and you know what, guys, I don't get too preachy about it. I don't get preachy at all. It's just a thing that I think I wanted to do, that might help a little bit. And even if you change a couple people's minds, or you kind of start a dialogue. I hate using those catchphrases too, man. I really hate saying stuff like that. But wildlife to me is really important. Ever since I was a little kid, man, I was a nerd, but I hung out outside. Like 95% of my life was outdoors, man. And the first place we lived up until I was 10 years old, there was like a mountain behind literally behind our house, and there was a highway in front. So I hung out in the hills, man, all the time. I was one with nature, man. Hiking and just exploring and stuff like that. And then when we moved to our new place, we were by a forest and a creek and ponds and stuff like that. So I just hung out at the creek, man, catching minnows, and I experienced so much wildlife there. It was just wonderful, and that whole area now has been plowed over and is used to park rusting, old, leaking mining machines. So that ecosystem is completely obliterated, and it's sad. And the one prior is now high-end gated community housing on the hill that I used to explore. So like I see all these things, all these ecosystems dwindling, and all these there was places where I would see cranes come in, like the birds, the cranes come in and nest and feed, and there was fish, and there was frogs, turtles, like all sorts of mammals, everything, and now all of that's gone. So that's where this comes from. So that the real designs for the Dead Kingdom stuff, like this is what it would look like on a shirt. So this is the white rhino, which is completely extinct, I believe now. There might be maybe one or two in a zoo, perhaps, but this is it. And again, the red circle behind each of the designs represents Earth and the blood we've spilled, and the Dead Kingdom is written in red as well. So the kingdom obviously represents the animal kingdom, and each of the animals within that red circle is the design. So they're all the same. Like all the designs are the same. There's just different animals included inside of that red circle, which represents Earth. And that was my whole sort of conceit behind the designs, and the reason I'm doing it. So it's not, sure, it could be recognized as zombie animals, but my main, idea behind everything is to, start people talking more about, shedding more light on the dwindling animal kingdom that we have, and all the sentient, beings that are being wiped out. Man, almost like never to return. Some of the things that are dying out we don't even know about, and it's very troubling. And you know what? Again, like I'm not here to sort of be this, preachy sort of dude. I just want to do whatever I can within my limited abilities to make any sort of a difference, man. Like any sort of a difference at all. So that's it, guys. I'm glad you listened to this video. You know what? This is really, really important to me. And you know what, man? It's not like it's not like, oh, I had these ideas to make this huge, big thing. I just wanted to reach a few people who are interested in animal conservation and preservation and endangered species and things like that. And have them wear something that's kind of cool that will start a conversation about stuff like that, and maybe people will be a little more mindful about it, because it's a serious thing. So and that's it. And I will leave a link, of course, in the description below to my TeePublic store, where all of the designs are up. All the current designs are up. I believe there will be a new one this week. As soon as designs go up, as soon as a design is added to the store, it is on sale. So if you want to keep track of what I'm putting up there, and you want to purchase anything, as soon as it goes up, it's like 35% off or something like that. So it's a lot cheaper than what it usually is. But check the store out all the time, because everything goes on sale all the time. And it's like, the prices are amazing for the quality of the shirts. Like, I love the quality of these shirts, man. They're fantastic. And yeah. There are, I believe now, 28 different Dead Kingdom designs on the site, and there's over 110. I think the actual number right now is 113 different designs on the TeePublic site. So I try to put as much cool stuff on there as I can. But Failing that, check out my Patreon page where there's new content every single day, including the Dead Kingdom stuff. And that, I will leave the link, of course, in the description as well, so you can check that out too. Guys, please thumbs up this video if you can. It's very, very easy and free and cheap to do. It's actually so cheap that it's free. I would love you for it. If you subscribe to the channel, that would be so fantastic. That is also free, and that would help me grow the channel too. I'm going to be bringing you more movie reviews. I'm planning on doing Kong vs. Godzilla very soon, and that should be a lot of fun. So until next time, guys, thank you so much. Best wishes, love, and I'll see you again very soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.